Okay, y'all. So I'm here. I'm tired. My alarm was set for 6:30, and I did get up at 6:30. Aside from my usual wake ups, and I still feel like I'm sleeping. But no fear, Mountain Dew is here. I did have my usual breakfast of Vietnamese oatmeal with Vietnamese cinnamon, and yeah, I'm very much still half sleep. I feel like I am in slow motion. I moved this mirror that I had here because my phone, hey Janessa, is on vertical. And all right, let me put this down. Today is going to be exciting. Two people know what I purchased, and one person guessed what I purchased. And there is a backstory to it. Instead of keep licking my lips, let me put on Sangria from City Beauty. So I'm going to do my base face. Well, actually, just foundation, primer, foundation, and powder. If you saw my video from this morning, I still have not washed all those brushes. I still have not washed all those brushes, but my sink is clear though. Um, if you can hear me fine, please let me know because my phone is telling me that it's all the way down to like no volume. Um, going to, oh, okay, Janessa. You two are here, the first two here. It's showing somebody else, but I don't know who it is. So I'm going to do the intro. And also, I didn't wash this. Like anything I've used, excuse me for the glare, makeup wise in the last 4 days, I have not washed yet. So I'm using a dirty palette. And yeah, I could wash it off, but hey, here we are. Oh, Grace, you on your fashion channel. I see you, girl. So I'm looking at the brushes that I have to use. I wanted to use a Real Techniques brush because my Sigma ones are all dirty. My foundation ones are all dirty. I need to make it a priority washing those brushes. If you're here for the replay, thank you for being here. Oh, dang, this is down to here. I opened this, no way. February 24th says my label. Hi, I'm a label whore. This is down to here. I do go through these, I do. Because it is the only primer and foundations that I'm using. So, by way of introduction, and this is about the same, probably lower because I opened this in November. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Donation. The crazy, you've already seen a little bit of it because I'm very much still half asleep. And so, you know what I need to do? I need to take some sips of this and then we'll finish the intro. I call this the Crazy Donation of YouTube. The crazy, knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't be this way, why do you do such and such? Just be who you are. Hey Sarah, it is very freeing. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. As I'm doing this, Grace, I'm thinking of your video that I did watch earlier while I was still like half asleep, and I saw you were using a brush. I'm thinking you were using a skin tint. I don't remember, and I was like, oh, she's using a brush and then a sponge. And I also get distracted and detoured quite often. The troll part is not caring too much. These brushes are so soft. This is a Real Techniques brush. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Wear whatever you want to, using whatever techniques you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features. Enhancing them if you want to, when you want to. Excuse me, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look. Excuse me, even when you're not wearing face paint. Two things to know about me. I curse sometimes because I curse. And the other thing you've already seen, you have already heard it. There's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I try to be aware of it to say excuse me. And I did just scarf down my breakfast like less than 5 minutes ago. So yeah, it's gonna be saying, hey, how y'all doing? Thanks to you, Grace, I purchased another Y10, which I did not initially repurchase. Because usually I put the Y11 right here. the NY11 here, and I put the Y10 here. But you were using it and said you were going to get another one, and I'm like, wait a minute, she's darker than me. She using that? So I've been using it lately. This is the NY12, and so we're gonna put that there. So y'all, I did a thing. All right. I did a thing, and the color story got me. And I never, well, was I ever against the brand? I wasn't against the brand, but I didn't trust customer service. And I did a video on it, and of course it got, you know, quite a bit of views because it was a controversial topic. And so I'm just going to tell you what I got, and then I'll tell you the backstory. Why does it look like no foundation over here? And then I'll tell you the backstory. And yeah, because it's just like, girl, like yeah, so this is the box it came in. I did open it, I checked it, and then I put it down. I wrapped it back up and put it down. And so this is the inside, the invoice paper. I'm still just kind of like, damn, I really bought this. Alright, let's drop the box. So, Ensley Rain. Ensley Rain. I made a purchase from Ensley Rain. Y'all see my face, right? So the backstory is, it was a palette. This had to have been like, what, at least over a year ago when I ordered something from them. And y'all know I look for, you know, are there pressed pigments in the palette, blah, 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 because my eyelids don't tolerate pressed pigments. And I didn't see anything that said that. When I received the palette, on the back of the palette, it said pressed pigments, and it listed the shades that were pressed pigments. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. So I looked back on the website, like, did I overlook it? Did I not see it? And I'm like, where the hell is this information? And it was like scrolling. After like clicking 4 different things, it was like buried at the bottom somewhere. And I'm just like, and so I don't remember though if I actually used it or not, like just to be sure. But I messaged the brand and I'm like, okay, I did not know this was a pressed pigment palette because that information was not found on the website. It was not easily found on the website. But on the packaging, it says it's a pressed pigment palette. And I said, I would like to know, I would like a refund, to return it and get a refund. And they don't have a return policy. They don't have, unless it's brand new. But it's like, I just wanted to be sure. And my eyelids confirmed that that palette was not one I could use. And so we kept going back and forth in emails. And I'm looking for a brush for pressed powder because my brush is dirty. I'm going to use this one, Scott Barnes. And so back and forth, controversial at the gig. back and forth. And then they finally said that I can return it. And after they receive it, they'll look at it and assess it and determine if I get a refund. They didn't send me a return authorization number. So I would have had to have paid to send it for shipping. And yes, of course, right? I can, this is way too much powder in here. I could have put tracking on it, but because it goes to a company and not directly to wherever their office is, because most businesses, you know, there's just a certain drop-off spot. It's just the address of the building, not to their particular office, unless it's a suite number, which they did not have. And so I'm thinking like, I was like, I don't know. Because it was like at least, if I remember correctly, it was at least like 5 or 6 emails back and forth. And so I did not trust that they were going to be like, oh, we received your palette today. We'll let you know about your refund. I didn't trust it. And the palette was, well, y'all know Ensley Rain costs money. And so I was just like, y'all look at this powder. This might be all I need. And so I didn't trust it. I didn't trust it to send it back for them to be like, oh, yeah, we have it. Here's your refund. Because with no authorization number, you know, if it just got shipped back to the warehouse, like how would they know like where this came from? You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't trust it. And so I did a video about that situation. And did I say hi to you, Sarah, already? I don't even remember. I am so tired, Sarah. If I didn't, I apologize. And so I didn't trust it. And so I think I want to say I put it in my Macari store. That's what I want to think I did, but I know I still don't have it. And because of what I paid for it, I doubt I would have gave it away for free because I did pay like full price for it. Somebody might have had a code, and I still do have a code for them, y'all, that I never check for because I don't shop at the brand. I don't check for them because of the pressed pigment thing. So I just didn't trust it. And during our back and forths, they did change where the information was on the website. And so like under description, it said, you know, it described the colors like most brands do. Like Nomad, they're good for that. And Natasha Denona is good for that. And near the bottom of the description page, and so you didn't have to keep clicking. You didn't have to keep clicking. It said eyeshadows, and it listed the eyeshadows. Hey, Tanya. And then it said pressed pigments, and it listed the pressed pigments and said these are not something something. And if y'all have seen it, y'all know, and my mind is still half asleep, but it's something about not for use in the eye area, like here in the United States. And so they did change where the information was, and so that made me happy and enhanced my happiness for people like me who do have issues with pressed pigments. And I did have doubts about the palette before I had bought it. And so I do own that. And I've learned since then, if I'm questioning something or if I don't find the information, because prior to that, I had been emailing brands to say, okay, is this pressed pigment palette, blah, blah, blah. And the brands that would say yes, I would say thank you, and I wouldn't purchase it. And then some brands wouldn't get back to me at all. And so I wouldn't purchase. And so I don't know what it was with that one that I just purchased it thinking that it wasn't pressed pigments. Hi, Linda. Thank you. You have a good night too. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. And so this palette came out and it's not even new. I realize it's not even new. Y'all know I be late to the party sometimes, but eventually I will show up. And so I saw the color story and I was like, why are they playing with me? It's 100% my color story, right? On the page, underneath now where it describes the shade names, what the shades are, it said, thank you. It said pressed pigments, and it listed 3 of the shades. Yeah, 3 of the shades. And I'm like, one looks like a shade I wouldn't use. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then one was like a dark gray or whatever, and one was like a dark purple. And I have those with lethal. And this is what I was referring to a little bit. I forget what video I was doing. Oh, when I was talking about what I learned throughout my makeup journey. And I said something I realized lately is that I'm okay buying a palette. Thank you for the hearts. I'm okay buying a palette knowing I'm not going to be able to use every shade. Thank you, Jadessa. Because this is my first time buying a palette knowing I'm not going to be able to use every shade. And so I'm just like, what is happening to me? But yeah, so let me take another sip. And I'm still just kind of like, I hope it works. So when I opened it, and when y'all see the color story, y'all gonna be like, yeah, that's her color story right there. I'm here at my station because I didn't trust myself not to forget to take anything over to my station because I am seriously like still half asleep. So we're gonna open this up, and I did open it up before, and I'll package it back up so y'all can see how it came. Pretty tissue paper that I will reuse. And came in here. I put this piece of tape on here for when I put it back into the witchamajigget. So hey Locke, I had a flashback of something, and when you see it, you might remember. And then it's packaged in here, and I do remember they always did package really well. So this is the Underland palette. Even just looking at this coloring, And I don't know why I had not seen it when it first came out, but I was just like, ooh, 12-month PAO. And on the back, it has Nonsense Shatter Looking Glass, Cheshires Curse, Pressed Pigment. So those are the three that are pressed pigments. And that is the first thing up here. And it's on the website. It's like front and center on the website. So I am excited about that because of the incident from before. Because I had in my mind, hi Celia. I had it in my mind, I just wasn't going to shop from them because I didn't trust, that situation. Even though they did move the press pigment information up front and center and you didn't have to dig for it, I was still just like, I'm not checking for them. But I don't know where I even saw this. And I was just like, ooh. And then I'm like, damn, this Ensley Rain. And then it lists the eyeshadows and it has those ingredients. Pressed pigment shades, which it says at the top. So pressed pigment shades are here, the three, and then down here they have it again. Pressed pigment shades, Nonsense, Shatter Looking Glass, Cheshire's Curse, may contain vegan red pigments, blah, 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 which are not recommended for use around the immediate eye area, may cause staining. I've never had an eyeshadow stain my eyelids. I've had them stain my arms, and I think it's just my eye makeup removal process. And when it says the immediate eye area, that means like under here, your lid up here, like. So I'm gonna show y'all this color story, and y'all gonna be like, yeah, that's her. And you may see why. Y'all, this reminds me almost of 669, except it was like that felt velvet, whatever you want to call it. And they always did package really well. I will keep the box just in case there's an issue. But this is the palette. And I'm excited about it. Did I miss Linda? Did I miss saying hi to Linda? I don't know. I don't see a Linda. Okay. Hi, Joanna. Oh my gosh. Yo, Grace. Yo, your live was lit the other day, and when I'm not going to be there, I do text her and let her know because I'm like, I'm going to be sleeping. But and when I watched the replay, and I was, I had the live chat open on my phone on the side, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I felt bad that I couldn't be there. I was like, yo, like these people, and I'm thinking because it was a weekend, I don't know. Anyway, let's get into this. And they have the same information on the back. Press pigments, eyeshadows, and then press pigment information again. Distributed by the Heart Mart Company, Grants Pass, Oregon. Where are you made though? Where is Ensley Rain made? Because I know y'all know I've been looking at labels lately. Because just because it's distributed there doesn't mean it's made there, and it doesn't say on the palette where it's made from. Somebody told me I got them looking at labels. They ordered a pair of shoes and they said they looked inside and the tag said made in Vietnam. Y'all, it is serious. Like the United States makes so very little on its own, but this is not about that. So this is the palette. Y'all, I had a flashback, and this is the back of the palette. I don't know why I didn't see this before, but because then when I looked on YouTube for it, it's like 6-7 months old, and I'm like, where I been? So y'all, look at this. Oh, you know what? It's going to be a glare. So how am I struggling? I am going to put the box here. So, y'all, I saw this and I had a flashback. Let me know if y'all remember that palette that they had these things. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. If y'all remember what that is, let me know. I was like, oh my God, no. It was all those white shadows. No, they're not, Tanya. We're going to take it off and look at it and do face swatches. But the Lethal Cosmetics Spell Craft palette, because over their shimmer shades, they had these white things. And those shades, all but 3, were, to me, not usable. And it's still sitting in my Macari store. I could smell the glue. I'm guessing it's either glue or this foam. But when I saw this, I was just like, oh my God, are these going to be trash? So we're going to take these off. This is a white one. Excuse me. So we're going to take these off. And, oh, okay. Wait a minute. Oh, so that one wasn't a white one. This is a white one. Oh, I was going to tap over my station, but a couple of them fell on the floor. So the ones that are pressed pigments is, let me turn this way because it's on here too. Nonsense, Shattered Looking Glass, and Cheshire's Curse. So, and thankfully they're all in the same place almost. This, I am awkward. This is a pressed pigment. This is the one that I most likely would not have used anyway. This is a pressed pigment, and so is this one. And so even without these three shades, this is a grungy goth color story. And I was just like, because they're shimmers. And whatever their formula is, they felt it necessary. I didn't ask the brand, but you feel free to, if you find out, let me know. Because Lethal did the same thing with their Spellcraft palette. I didn't ask, so I don't know why. Yeah, but if you find out, let me know. Yeah, it is me, Sarah, right? And so even without this shade, which is, we're still going to swatch it though. It looks to be a dark brown, like a cool tone brown. I have this with Lethal. And we're going to just ignore this one. We are going to swatch it though, because that looks like something I would not use because it looks really chunky or whatever. And I have purples, but look, even without, let me see if I can put these little white things back on top of the three that's pressed pigments. And so then you can see what the color story still looks like. And so even without those three shades, I was like, yeah. And it is very new for me. Hey, Sunzaray, it is very new for me to purchase a palette knowing I'm not going to be able to use all the shades. So this is a white one. So this is what it looks like without the three pressed pigments. But even looking at that, y'all, I still got my grunge and my goth. And I'm like, what am I looking at? This where I'm looking over here. Oh, what am I looking at? Okay, no, I was thinking this one was that one. I'm still half asleep, y'all, if y'all just got here. So I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. But even without the three pressed pigments, do you, Dawn? We need to do a collab, Dawn. Yeah, we need to do a collab. So, but even without these two and this one, like, I'm still like, yeah. And so we're going to swatch these. It was so hard for me not to tell y'all that I purchased this palette. Because, why am I squeaking? Because I wanted to tell the story, the backstory too, on why I haven't. And so for me to purchase for them after all these years, it's just like, and it was the color story. And I'm just like, fuck. Ah. So we're going to get to swatching. So let me pull out some sponge tip applicators. Y'all ordered some more stuff. I think I might have told y'all though, I ordered some more eyelashes. I'm enjoying lashes now, y'all. I am. Right, Janessa? This is totally me. Even without these two and without that corner shade, like it's still enough in here for me to be like, hell yeah. And I was just like, and I I took a picture of it on the website and I put an angry face over this shade and this shade, these two, so that I could just see what was left. And I'm like, that is still me. And so we're going to see, y'all. I was saying something. I forgot that quick. I forgot. Y'all, I am so freaking exhausted. So are the names on the box? Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. I am tripping. The names are like right under here, y'all. When I tell y'all, when I'm sleeping, my mind is on snooze. Like, I am serious. But it's in cursive. Can I read cursive? Yeah, I can read these. Dawn, so what are you saying is we'll do a collab with Dion, your first YT shorts or video. It's going to be a video. But she could do a short since it's her first time. But then I'm going to do a whole video though, Dawn. So what I ordered was, oh, hit the wrong button. Was some more microfiber cloths, some more sponge tip applicators, some more lipstick applicators. I got a USB charger port thing, but this one I think has 6, where the one I have now only holds 3 USBs. And I did say, I was saying I got some more lashes. Oh, y'all, I am enjoying lashes, y'all. What else did I get? Oh, I got a selfie stick because I know sometimes when I'm holding my phone, it's shaky. This hand right here And I don't know if it's because of the impingement in this wrist or what, but sometimes when I go to even like do my brows, like my hand will start shaking. And I know with selfie sticks, they're not supposed to make it look like it's shaking. And so I did order one of those. What else did I get? Oh, I got some not latex gloves, the non-latex gloves. I got 2 different boxes of those. So stuff that would last that I am going to use because y'all prices, the sponge tip applicator prices went up already, and I'm like, oh hell. And so that's what motivated me to like, let me just get some more of this stuff. And I know eventually I may run out, or I might get to a place where I just don't ever use. Like I don't know. But all right, so let's get to swatching. We're going to do the pressed pigments first, and we're going to just do those on the chin. And after I collabed on, I'm hiccuping. Why am I holding my nose? Excuse me. I'm so freaking weird. I do think, Dawn, you should also do, like after our collab video, do your collection video, break it down by brand or by product or category, whatever. Because people love collection videos and you will get a lot of subscribers like super quick if you do that, like seriously. And then start doing looks or, whatevs. But I do think you should definitely, yeah. Because even other people's videos, when I'm looking at comments, Dawn be like, oh, I need to pull that out this week. And I'm like, is there anything she don't have? So Dawn, we know you got some stuff. So yes, let's get the swatching. So this one is Nonsense. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Some of these they look flaky, but not necessarily chunky. And so I'm hoping I like the formula. I'm hoping I like the formula. This is so smooth, but I ain't gonna get excited because this is one I'm not gonna use. And wait a minute. Damn, I took my spatula over to my station. I want to say, oh, I do have tweezers here. I want to say, yep, these are removable. I'm just going to leave it. Yeah. I use a lipstick applicator and put under it. These are removable. But I'm going to leave them in there because otherwise it'll just be a blank hole, a black hole. Let me see what it would look like. And I'm sure I would not forget not to use them. So it would just look like that, which kind of does look like that. But it would just be that one and these 3. And so I do like that you can take them out and rearrange them if you do that sort of thing. And I know like a lot of people do. So sorry for elbowing you in the face. So this is the shade. I almost bought this palette, Pet Sitting, so many choices. Excuse me. I actually use Ensley Rain Light in Your Eyes today, says Dawn. See? Dawn, you need this. For real. Like, for real, for real. You can do videos while you're pet sitting. We could do a collab as well. Yes, Shadessa. I'm sure we've got some overlap in our collections. Or are you saying that to Dawn or to me? Because we be collabing anyway. I'm sure I have some overlap in our collections. I love collabs. It's fun. Yeah, it is fun to mix up. Yeah. So what side? Oh, here you go. All right, so... All right, we're going to put this down here since we're not going to be able to use it on my eyes. I'm not even going to bother putting it on my forehead, which pressed pigments don't bother the rest of my face. It's just my eyelids. And my eyeballs actually swell up, like y'all. And the effect lasts up to 3 days. In my crease area, it gets flaky and sensitive. Even touching my lids, like even washing it, putting water on it, my lids ache. They're sore. And because of the crustiness up here and the irritation, my eyes tear a lot. So then this gets crusty and my eyeballs be swollen. Lasts up to 3 days. So when people be like, oh, it's not a big deal, pressed pigments. I said, says you who don't have sensitivity to them. And because of, I do know at least 2 people. This is like an eggplant. I thought it was like a brown, a cool tone brown. And y'all know I have trouble describing colors. I know of at least 2 people who did start saying for a while if a palette had pressed pigments in it, because I would comment to them like, yeah, I can't use that because, and I really appreciated that. It is miserable, Dawn, and that's why I would get pissed when people are like, oh, it's not a big deal. The FDA is behind. They can stay behind if it's going to protect my eyelids and my eyeballs. Up to 3 days. That is pretty though, but we're going to keep it moving. We're not getting excited. We're going to do Cheshire's Curse. This one, we're going to do that one that looks flaky last. And even when I saw that in the picture, I'm like, ah, it don't look like something I would use. And it looks to be the same formula as these, which we know is, well, but for some reason, I think it's because of all the different colors. To me, it just looks flakier and chunkier. And so this is the curse. It is a curse for my eyelids. Oh, and these will look nice together. You know what? This one, the 3-press pigments would be a pretty look. That would be a pretty look. But I'm not getting excited because I am not going to use it. And I do think I might just take them out just so I'm not like, ooh, those are pretty. You know what I mean? I know I wouldn't forget though. And that's why I like that they're pretty much grouped together. Hi, Captain. Were you here before? Your name looks familiar. I know I won't forget, so I'm glad like this one's here and then it wraps around to these 3. So I'm not like, okay, which one here, there, everywhere. So I was glad about that. So now we're going to press, what are we doing? Swatching. We're going to swatch Shattered Looking Glass. Oh, you know what? It's smooth. This gives me hope that the other ones that look like this are smooth. Okay, wait. Okay, a chunk. I got happy and got aggressive. So this one is not going far. Yeah, these 3. Oh, funny. It is going far. Just gotta let it warm up a bit. That is pretty. I see green, blue. Oh, look at that. Gray. These 3 will make a nice look. These 3 make a nice look. Okay, what has that? Let me move my trash bag over here. My makeup trash. Y'all, the other day, whatever video I was doing. Oh, you were here? Okay, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Grace, I have your video playing on the TV. Are those shark earrings you had on? Y'all, Grace be styling. Well, that's why she also has it. Yeah, if y'all not watching, if y'all didn't subscribe to, hi Becca, if y'all haven't subscribed to her fashion channel and you are into fashion, subscribe. I subscribe, but y'all know I'm jeans and t-shirts. Listen, somebody asked me about hosting. So excited when people have the same palettes I do. Dawn, you have them all. So you always excited. Somebody asked me if I would host a fashion show event. And they know me in my real day-to-day life. Jeans, Skechers, and t-shirts. I'm like, what the heck? Like, a fashion show event? Like, really? Thank you, Janessa. All right, so now we're going to get to the shades I can use. And so this is a 15-pan palette minus the 3 that leaves me 12 shades. And to me, that's reasonable. But yes, it is definitely new to me to purchase a palette knowing I can't use every shade. And when I was on my makeup Instagram, I was saying something about that. It was somebody's Instagram live, and they were saying they didn't use like certain shades in a palette. And they were brown skin. And it is just so unfortunate that brands really, some of them still really don't have shades for everybody. They're not inclusive. And they said, they go into it knowing certain shades they're not going to use. And I was like, because for me, it's important to use the whole palette. And y'all know that because I'll do a swatch party, then bust out looks, use the whole thing. My video this morning was knocking out all 10 of the metamorphosis shades within 2 looks. And so and when they said that to me, it gave me an appreciation of them knowing that, okay, I'm not going to be, hi Andrew, that they're not going to be able to use everything. And it also made me think like, okay, I'm tan, light skin privileged, where most things I can wear. If I like it or not, that's a different story. Like I don't like all cool tone palettes, but I can wear cool tones, you know what I mean? And so I was kind of like, So them saying that gave me a lot to think about, but I still wouldn't purchase a palette. Hi Nicole, without knowing I wouldn't be able to use everything in the palette. So me getting this is significant, knowing I couldn't use those 3 shades. Hi, Weather Rain. Oh, hey, where you been, girl? How you doing? It's good to see you. And y'all know what though? It was the color story. This is the first palette I've ever purchased knowing ahead of time I would not be able to use some of the shades. I just got it, so we're going to swatch it today. And I said the backstory to why I haven't shopped Ensley Rain for like, it had to be over a year. And And I think that was my first purchase from them, was that one. And yeah, I broke down that situation earlier, but the video is still here. I don't know if I put it as an end screen or not. So when this converts to a regular video, it should be there, but I'll double check it. Actually, no, we can't do end screens or end caps until the live finishes processing as a regular video. But I may have put the link in the description box where I have like playlists of interest or video of interest. So yeah, me and this brand, we're trying to get along now, but it was the color story. I was just like, ugh. And I think I saw the color story first and I got excited and then saw Ensley Rain and was like, fuck. But then I saw the color story again. I also sometimes palettes that I can't use all the shades, but can't be too many unusable shades. Yeah, and so when she said that to me, it really gave me something to think about. But still I didn't purchase palettes unless I could use them all. And there's some shades, Natasha Denona is good for it. I'm like, is this gonna make me look dusty? Is this gonna make me look ashy? Either way, mostly they will show up, except something like bronze because it blends into my complexion type of thing, or the warm palette, the golden palette. But so yeah, so this is new for me, and I'm actually okay with it. I feel like I'm gonna turn on my little fan. If you hear a slight humming, and it's on the lowest setting, that's that. And actually, when I play back videos, I do hear it, but it's not obnoxious, and so hopefully it's not obnoxious on your end either. Hi, Manel. Hi, Yusef. And so make sure y'all thumbs up, y'all new people coming in. So this one is Twisted Rabbit. This one has a dent at the top, like right here. Dented Rabbit. Janessa. Hi, Ali. Hi, Yusef. Oh, you're in Turkey? Thank you for visiting us. One thing I like about social media and YouTube is that we can be anywhere and we're right here all at the same time, even though our times are different. You know what I mean? This one, oh, Janessa, I did another troll play last night and I used, for the first time, I think it was the first time, one of the blacks. We're not here to talk about politics. We're here to swatch this beautiful palette. This shade is Wicked Wildflowers. This feels okay. It felt creamy, but then I got excited and I swiped a little bit harder. And this is, oh, this reminds me of a shade from 669 because looking like this is green, but then when I turned it this way, it looks pink. And they had a shade like that. So I don't know. I don't think you're seeing the pink and the green, but that's what that looks like. So let's get it on the forehead. Where is it? It's right here. Okay, something is scratching me. Is this a, is it the sponge tip? Like something is scratching me. Or you know what, it might be, the sponge part is not on straight. So, oh, yep, this reminds me of that shade. Thank you, Ali. Thank you. Yeah, I consume news in very small quantities. See, like this, it looks like a shimmer version of this, but then here come that pink, and there's the gray, and there's the pink. Oh, y'all. Oh, oh no, somebody, no, you didn't walk in anything. Hey, Skinny Queen, hey, girl. No, it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything. This one is the Red Queen, appropriately named. I am really hoping, y'all, because I'm getting more and more excited right now. And these feel so smooth as long as I don't get excited. And so this is the Red Queen. Oh, is this orange? Do we see fire? Okay, wait, look. Look at that orange on the back end. Good day to you too. Thank you. Or evening, where you are. Look, y'all. I do see some orange in there. Like just a little bit. Damn. This is surreal. Oh, okay, wait. Lay you down. I think I'm a little too aggressive. With sponge tips, like if I press too hard, like it'll flake up, like a piece just flaked up. Yes, swatches of Underworld, but yes. Okay, Mano, we're not here for politics, and so I don't mind you being here, but I would really rather you not talk about that. Thank you, Janessa. Yes, you did. You walked into another swatch party. So this one is surreal. Yo, I keep saying I'm gonna get them all on one row. So it's looking like it's not going, but it is, because this end here is a different color than this end. So this is a tool, and you know what it is too for me. So this to me looks like pinky orange, and that's green. Also, I'm not used to Ensley rain, and so to those of you who have Ensley rain, like y'all know about the shifts. I don't. I'm learning. Ooh. Okay, so we got green. Ooh, wait. Ah, look at that pink. Look at the green, pink, green. I'm tripping. I'm going to have to use the nose again soon. These are the three I can't use because these are pressed pigments. And so we swatched those first, Skinny Queen, just to get them out the way. And that is, this one is the top one. This one is the middle one. And this one is the one at the bottom. So these are the three I won't be able to use. So, okay, that sponge tip is done. I'm excited, y'all. Hi, River. Thank you. Where are we? We're down here. So we're going to come down to Wicked Rose. And I love the names. Like, they nailed the theme. And they always do. But I usually just don't pay them too much attention. And I'm not on Makeup Instagram. So a lot of times I just don't see stuff. And that's why when I look this up on YouTube, I'm like, damn, it's been out for like 6-7 months. I didn't know. I did not know. So I do miss a lot of stuff. This one feels a little dry. And I'm wondering if the other mattes in here will, because the pressed pigment ones felt creamy. Oh, sorry for shaking, y'all. It is Alice in Wonderland. That's why it's called Underland. Underland, like Wonderland. Yeah. So that is the theme. And they didn't nail it. So you got the rabbit, you got the color. She's going down the rabbit hole and all of that. Yeah. And that's why the names are what they are. Twisted Rabbit, Wicked Wildflowers, the Red Queen, Surreal, Monster. No, excuse me, Nonsense. Shattered Looking Glass, Cheshire's Curse, and Cheshire is the cat. Wicked Rose, Hallucination, Jabberwocky. If y'all remember, what was it? I Think You Can Dance, or one of those shows. It was a group called Jabberwockies. Dreadful Dreams, Shadowland, Beheaded, Chaos, and Rabbit Hole. So yeah, they nailed it, which they always do, but I always just ignore them because of the situation I talked about earlier. So this one is this one. Straightforward, pretty. First half of the lid, second half of the lid, outer corner. And because this flips green and this flips green, put this for maybe just like the first portion of the lid and put this on the center lid. Y'all, I'm gonna have fun with this. This one is Hallucination. Wait, yeah, Hallucination. They have a show in Vegas, Jabberwockies. I used to love that group. And I was pissed when they put them against, what was that other group? Because they both had the same vibe, but they were both like really different. And they put them up against each other, which means, and I think the network did that, because I do know sometimes they will change the quote unquote vote, you know, just for, you know, viewer interest to keep them watching. I forget what the other team was. Because I really thought it was going to be between them two. And putting them two together, though, somebody had to go. But I think they put them together on purpose. I really do. Jabberwockies, a few of them were in one of the Step Up movies for dancing. Yes, Underworld Alice. And you know, it doesn't say Alice on here, but yeah. Oh, that's Alice with the rabbit ears. And this is raised. Like, I can feel the lettering. I can feel, yeah, this is nice. So, yeah, y'all know I don't be messing with Ensley rain. So I'm just all sorts of, like, learning things new here and enjoying this, even though it's just swatches. Oh, y'all know this is my shade. This shade with that shade with this. Yeah, it's always good when I have a vision for a palette, even before I start using it. The Petalmorphosis palette, this morning, I was like, and I was listening to myself as I was editing it, And it didn't really dawn on me how to phrase it until I was hearing myself say it. And so I put a little thing up here that said, I am not inspired, or I just realized I'm not inspired by this. And I really don't see, like, but okay, let me move on. This, yeah, Jabberwockies, that's this one. But I do like the looks I did, particularly the green one, of course, because it was color. But and I do have a plan for it, which is good. Now after the plan, I don't know. And I told y'all that palette was purchased, knowing it had a limited time. But I was just curious about it. So this is Jabberwocky. Oh, purple and blue. Purple, blue, purple, blue. That's pretty. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Y'all, I don't know why lately I've been scrolling like that. This one is Dreadful Dreams. I don't know why. I noticed I've been doing it in videos. I'd be like, and that's annoying to some people. I mean, I would imagine that noise is annoying to some people. Nails on chalkboard do not bother me at all whatsoever. Thank you, Tanya. But when somebody is always like smacking their lips, or it sounds like they have a wet mouth, how some people, when they talk, it's just every time they open their mouth, say something, it's like, and I'm just like, that to me just grates my nerves. But nails on the chalkboard do not bother me at all. I know I'm weird, y'all. And so when I be doing that school thing, I'm like, I know somebody's like, I wish that bitch would stop making that damn sound. I just imagine. So this is Dreadful Dreams. Oh, this is different color. So we have like, compared to like this moss green, grunge green, goth green, this red, this is a different type of shade. When I look at it in person, it looks more green than blue. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Yeah, Spitty Talk. And I knew this lady, this was probably back in like 1996. Excuse me. She had a wet mouth. And she would always snack on stuff. And this one time, and she knew she did, because she would be talking. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I spit when I talk. It's not on purpose. But she would also get close to you. And I'm saying to myself, like, if you know you spit when you talk, why you be so close to people's faces? And I met her at church, so I couldn't like curse her out. So, and she was really nice though. And one day we were somewhere and she was snacking on peanuts. Y'all know peanuts be dry as hell. Shit was flying everywhere. And so I just kept moving back and she kept moving up. So we were doing this dance where we were just, I was just like, and then at one point she said, do I keep spitting on you? And I'm like, yeah, because I kept moving back and she kept moving forward. I moved back, she moved forward, I moved back, she moved forward. And so then when she asked me that and I said, yeah, then she kind of stepped back. I was, you know that, stay out of it. Like some people get like right here. And I'm just like, okay, we're not that close for you to be like right here. I don't want to feel your breath on my face. Anyway, where are we? Shadowland, we're down here. Y'all be having flashbacks. Yeah, she'll get the. I haven't seen her since probably 1998. Yeah, I met her back in like 96. I keep telling y'all, when I be talking to y'all, I be having flashbacks. I just be like, man, I haven't thought about her in a long time. And I remember her name, which is ironic. Well, maybe not so. There was a church that had visited the church I met her at, and we were teaching a class or something, and she liked what we did. And so she invited us to her church in Philadelphia. And as time went on, she actually ordained me, her, and another person. So I am an ordained minister. I'm ordained to teach. That was back in 98. And after that, I don't know what happened after that. I think she might have moved or something. She's watching now. Yeah, but I haven't thought about her in a long time. But yeah, so this is Shadowland. I keep wanting to say Skinny Jean. Skinny Queen, I won't have to use my nose today. Because we only got 3 more. That is you that said that, right? Do I want to scroll up to find it? Yeah, I don't think we'll have to go to the news today. Since we're just doing You're Full of Surprise. I think I know I said that before, but I do so many damn videos. And sometimes I'm like, I know I said it, but I don't know when or where. But, yeah, this is pretty straightforward. It has some blue and it has some gray, but I'm not really seeing like a shift. It's just that sparkle. I don't want people that close to me, especially. Yeah, the bubble. Stay arms. Well, maybe yeah. Stay arms length away. Yeah, stay like over there. Some people. Yeah, it's there, but it's slight. I really do think though it's just the sparkles that make it look like that. Like when I did that with this one, like this one, I definitely see that shift, and even this one, like up here, and the one in the center, and this one. But I'm not. Yeah, I think it's just the sparkles in here. Or at least that's what my eye is picking up because I'm not really seeing it change a completely different color. They put this together nicely because these two go really well together. This is a grunge roll right here. Even though I think I already said it, these three would look nice together. And even like this one because it flips yellow, green in that one. Yeah, this one just seems to get, it's like a blue, to me, a blue purple. And then a purple purple. All right, what's left on this sponge tip to use? So now this one is beheaded. This one right here. Yeah, I have, yeah, my life is interesting. Like when I think of all the things I've done and the awards and stuff that I have received and the different things I do. But yeah. And because that's just my life, like I'm just like, this one, y'all, look at this. Shiny shadow. This one. This is nice. Oh my gosh, this is nice and bright. Oh my. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. You went to ministry school to be a Christian counselor. And you know what's ironic? Because I was doing that. Most of the churches I went to, I would end up on their counseling team anyway, even before. As though it's just. All right, I don't see it like this, but this way, I'm seeing a green. Like a yellow green. You wanted to be a nun for a short time, says Dawn? I didn't, and this is just a gold. My first experience with Catholicism, I forget what grade I was in. Might have been 5th grade. Might have been 5th grade. I was in Catholic school, and one of the nuns was prejudiced. And I remember even at that young age, I was thinking, how are you going to tell me about the love of God, and you don't like me because of the color of my skin, which he made me this way? And so even as a kid like that, I was always just like, and it was a noticeable difference between how she taught black and brown kids, because there were some Hispanics in the class too, than how she taught the non-POC kids. And so it was like painfully clear, even as us as kids, how she would treat us. But I was always just turned off by it. Like, how are you going to tell me about the love of God and you don't like me because I'm brown and I'm his creation? How? Like, make that make sense. So yeah, I was always just like, stay the hell away from me. The other ones were cool though, but it was just her. But it was still just like, if we can pick up on that as kids, you mean to tell me and none of the other nuns and priests who ever picked up on that? Okay. So this one, that is pretty. This is reminding me of a lethal shade. You didn't want to be mean when you were young and clueless. No, you were just finding yourself. I wanted to be like Sister Act. Okay, yeah, no, that's a bit. Sister Maria. Oh, she was the fun one, wasn't she? Oh, yeah, she was the fun one. I ain't even mad at you. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. When I first saw Pretty Woman, I'm like, I want to be a hooker. Find my Prince Charming. I really thought about that, like, what if I was to be a hooker? Like, seriously, y'all, I'm laughing, but I was really thinking that. And this when times were hard for me when I was like couch surfing, which means, you know, you homeless, really. You just have places you sleep on the sofa every now and then, and they be nice to you and let you in. And then, you know, it's like, okay, now you got to go. But I was like, if I did that, like, seriously. I was like, And then I'm like, you know what? No, because that's a movie, and and where I was, the prostitutes looked like they were on drugs. So it wasn't like, oh yeah, like it wasn't like when I would go down certain streets or whatever, gotta find your Richard Gere, right? His acting was horrible back then. He had to have went to acting classes because when he first started acting, he sucked ass hard. But then he got better until someone told me that life is not glamorous and living happily ever after. Yeah, that that asshole didn't want that kind of money. Who didn't want that kind of money? So like certain places is where you can have them, Tanya. Give me Vin Diesel or Dwayne the Rock Johnson or Idris Elba. Give me one of those or Michael Ealy. Yeah, give me one of those. You can have Richard. That was a terrible role for Richard in that movie. He was horrible back then. And also Tyrese Gibson, I think his name is. That movie from way back, his acting sucked ass. I was like, what? So I know they picked him because of how he looked, but he got a lot better too. He got a lot better, so he had to went to acting classes too. Speaking of Pretty Woman 2 is coming out. What? Are you serious? That's right. But yeah, so certain places where the hookers were hanging out, they you could tell. Well, I could always tell like they had a drug habit or were addicted because like their skin just looked jacked up. You know, they missing teeth, and you know you see them like nodding off. If you ever go somewhere where you normally don't go, because I'm guessing none of us live in those types of places, and if we did, we don't anymore. If you see somebody standing on a corner, and it looks like they're sleeping, and they do one of these real slow, that's a meth addict. I know these things. And so I can spot it when somebody has had or still has like a drug history because it's just something about them and I'm like, yeah. And this one lady I knew, she was friends with somebody and the person, I'm like, they have a meth history. And so the person I was cool with, I asked them, I said, what do you know about their history? She was like, oh, and I said, did they ever mention like having a drug history too? She's like, no, why? Like she did not know. And I'm like, okay, never mind. Heroin too. Yeah, because heroin will just have you like nodding off. Yep. But and it'd be so crazy because they almost touched the ground. And I'd be just watching like, and then they'd be like, I'd be like, it's just fascinating to see. I'd just be like, damn. Oh yeah, I see them all the time around here, especially when I house sit in a crime-ridden town next to me. Yeah, I mean, you see it and you're like, yeah, no, it is sad. They're like zombies. They're just, you know, this one guy was holding a sign, you know, something, God bless you, help me, something he said, but he was, and I noticed it because I had just went shopping at BJ's. This was months and months ago. I swear I'd be having flashbacks when I be talking to y'all. And one of the things I purchased was a bag of apples, and I'm like, oh, I can give him an apple. You know what I'm saying? And I do give food. I never give money, but I will give food or, you know, bottled water, which I always keep in my car. And I was going to give him an apple. And so, but I'm looking at him and he was just, so I'm like, he didn't even want to see me flagging him down. And I'm not going to make a scene and beat the horn, put my hand out the window and wave and all of that stuff. And I'm like, so he just missed an apple. But yeah, it is really sad. It is really sad. This one is rabbit hole. Didn't I just go down a rabbit hole? The sad thing is most don't want food. When I offer, well, I don't know about the heroin or the meth addicts, but the other people that be out there, when I give them food, only one turned it down. They'd be like, oh, thank you. Because when I was working, I would travel with snacks in my car, like, a small bag of grapes, individual packs of peanuts, cashews, whatever. Always have water. And so if I saw someone, I'd be like, hey, would you like to? And they would take it. And they would start eating it, like, right away. So I'm like, damn, like, they really were hungry. Because I'd be looking at my rear view, like, did they just want that for nothing? This one person, I had just went to Wawa and got a classic. I always asked them to wrap, to wrap each half separately. And this guy was standing out there and I said, well, I just ordered this sandwich. I had them wrap each half separately if you want half. And he said, honestly, ma'am, I'm just trying to get, he said, I've been eating all day, ma'am. I'm going to be honest with you. I just want some money to get something to drink. And I looked at him. He said, yeah, something alcoholic to drink. And I said, I appreciate your honesty. I said, well, are you staying at a shelter? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, take it back with you and give it away. He's like, you know what? That's a good idea. Thank you. And so he did take the sandwich and he put it in his bag. And so I appreciate his honesty. And I told him that I appreciate your honesty. He's like, ma'am, I'm just trying to get money to buy something to drink. I've been eating all day. So people have been feeding him all day. But that was the first time like somebody was like, no. And I did appreciate that. So this is a rabbit hole where we're down right now. It looks black in the pan to me. No, it don't. When I look this way, it looks black. But then when I look where you are, like it doesn't. Looking at it where you are, this does look like this. No nose today, skinny queen. So this is, excuse me, people don't like my stories, y'all. People laugh. I know I be going down rabbit holes. I be having flashbacks and whatnot. But, excuse me. So this is Underland on my forehead. The 3 I cannot use are on my chin. And honestly, I'm cool with this. Like, I'm okay not having this deep eggplant and this purple. Because if I want to, I can just grab that from Lethal. But this is a pretty palette, y'all. Y'all know what? I want to do something. I'm gonna just slap a look real quick. That's a nice dark matte. You talking about this one down here? Yeah, but I can't use that one. Thank you for rubbing it in, Janessa. The dark matte in the palette reminds you of. Okay. I was gonna say something, but I'll text you about that later. Yeah. Do I have brushes to choose from? Y'all, I told y'all I didn't wash the last 4 days worth of brushes. I meant the rabbit hole. Oh. Yeah. I was watching somebody's video, and this was when Mascara Gate first came out, when that first happened. And, you know, some people were like up in arms, like, oh my God, she's a liar, blah, 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 blah. And other people were like, well, whatever, you know, we know influencers lie. And I'm like, yeah, but we don't like, it's not like standard practice. I don't think, but maybe it is. So I was watching somebody's video, and they were saying, I don't condone what she did, but I would never do it. You know, there's worse things that's happening in the world, and it is just makeup. And that rubbed me the wrong way because there's always going to be something worse, but that doesn't mean what this person doing is good. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that made me stop watching that person. So you're not going to condone it, but you say you would never do it, which means low-key you think it's okay. You wouldn't do it, but it's okay that she did it because it's worse things that happen. There's always worse things that happen. That don't make it okay. And so I stopped watching that person after that because I was just like, so, I mean, because, and yeah, it's just YouTube, right? But still, I want to watch people that I can enjoy, and I won't be watching them being like, you know what I mean? And not that we need to agree on everything. Like, oh my God, this is the best shade ever. And I'm like, girl, that's ugly in my mind when I'm watching the video. And so some stuff, I mean, but that to me was like a moral issue. Authentic and honest people, says Tanya. Dishonesty is still dishonest. Exactly. And they just like, well, there's worse things that happen. So I'm just like, yeah. And again, I know it's only just makeup, but that made me start to question. Well, not made me, because nobody can't make me anything. But I started to question, like, when they do stuff, like, are you just saying that? And it's only makeup. I don't want to watch videos thinking, is this person bullshitting me? You know what I mean? So I just stopped watching that person. We're going to take this one right here. Oh, I need to put the box up here so I don't cause glares. This one is Wicked Wildflowers. Y'all could tell I'm excited about this palette because I never, or very seldom, do a swatch party and then do a look. Let me know when I did that. So we're going to take Wicked Wildflowers. Okay, a couple chunks flaked off, but okay, this one is flaky. So it wasn't just a sponge tip. So I don't have my mirror. Oh, and this is the heavy one. And I can't put this in front of me because it's tall. Maybe it's just makeup, but it is false advertising. And like some people pointed out, that mascara could be an hour of someone's pay. Yup. And that mascara sold out. Some people, because they were like, I just want to see, is it really that bad? Or some people like, is it really as good as they say, even though they know she lied? And I'm like, I'm not wasting my money just to see. But then I have spent money on stuff just to see. The Petalmorphosis palette, because I was curious, knowing I wasn't going to keep that palette long. And after the first 2 looks, I'm already like, okay, I have a plan for it. And then the life might be shorter than I thought. But for me, I never cared about Michaela's content before or after. She isn't my vibe. Mine neither. Some I don't pay attention to what she posts. I just think the Furor got way overblown. Yeah, and you know how social media is, though. You know, people just don't want to let stuff go. I'm going to flip this over and we're going to take this shade here because a lot of my brushes is dirty. I do have hourglass brushes over here, but I don't want to use a wide brush for my inner corner. Then again, magazine ads still get away with it. Yep. And I think there's always going to be dishonest people because some people, that's just how they are. And when you factor in the money aspect, yeah, they'll do it for the money. And now she got her own freaking skincare brand. I think Dawn just said that, didn't you? Somebody just said that. Yeah, most mascara ads yup, and I could see the band. And I'm like, but you know what though? People who don't normally wear makeup, they don't recognize the lash band. They might be like, oh, like her eyeliner's thick. Yeah, some people really don't know. You don't remember ever doing it. And I know that I have, but it's not often. It's not often at all. And so, yeah, these, they go on nice. Just need to be careful. I'm going to take an hourglass brush. This might be a mistake. This one is flaky. A flake of this one was over here. I don't have any more smaller brushes except these ones that are clean. And I don't want to use something that tiny. So we're going to use our hourglass brush. We're going to take Jabberwocky. That's Jabberwocky, right? We're going to put this one. This is so smooth. Oh my word. And we're going to put this over here. Oh, that's pretty. This is pretty. I just realized I didn't put down the paint pot. We're overlapping the blend. Ooh, let me go back in there. Overlapping the blend. It's a light look, but you know what? We're gonna deepen it. I'm trying to think of what to put on the outer corner. Cause we ain't using this one and we ain't using that one. This is nice. My brows ain't done. Y'all know I'm excited about this palette because I seldom do this. And we're gonna take another hourglass. Now we have more brushes to wash. Damn it. That's kind of what that iris shade and Pat's palette should be. I do wish one of them peachy pink, whatever. I do wish one of those was like a dark purple. I do. Yeah, I really wish that it did. So what do we have over here? We have that fire shade over there. We're going to put this one next to it. This one is the Red Queen. This is so smooth. And there's no tap off with this one. Y'all. And y'all notice if y'all have Ensley rain. Why am I yelling? The Mountain Dew is kicking in. Love the shimmer, says Weather. I'm so excited to see you, Weather. How you been? This yeah, so I'm learning, which y'all already knew, those of you who have Ensley rain, because I I don't even check for them. And honestly, like when I do see pictures or if I see thumbnails, the color story, y'all know this is my color story. It don't be this. It be like a lot of light shades. It might be a lot of shades like, I don't know, because the mattes in here are dark. But it might be lighter shades than this is mattes, but then all the shimmers are like really, really bright and reflective and all of that, which people do love and they are pretty, but that's not my vibe. And so aside from the incident, I just wasn't checking for them. And then I wonder, like, if I didn't have that incident, would I have been checking for them? And part of me thinks maybe I still would have. And I'm saying that because I bought Petalmorphosis and I already knew like I'm not keeping that long term. And so part of me thinks I would. And when I think about the Pat palette, it wasn't even the hype because I was just like, that is not my color story at all. This is bold. I love this. So we have our outer corners to do. So we're going to take we're going to take this Scott Barnes, but y'all, excuse me, in that video I did this morning, I did put a clip of all them brushes and all the supplies I used that I need to wash. And now these brushes are going to be added to that. I need to make that a priority today to wash those brushes. I want to be funky and put this over here because y'all know I do funky stuff because y'all like, girl, that don't go. I know. This is a nice look right here. This column. You know what? And this column. They set it up for you. This is a look, this column. This would be for me, but we ain't using that one. They really set it up. Use these 3 shades with this down here. Which one showed up green? Neither one of them. Use these 3 and put either this or this just to deepen it up. Yeah, and this is what I like when I see looks at a palette. But some palettes, I'm just like, I don't see anything. Janessa, yes, is on. Bella Beauty Bar is awesome. Resting Witch Face is my favorite. And they use best pigments, y'all. So we're gonna put this over here just to see. Ooh, that's a little powdery, but that's okay. So, ooh, that's different. And y'all know I like different. I'll be doing looks sometimes, and I'll be like, I wonder if anybody would do this, and I'll be like, probably not. Probably not. We're going to overlap that green with that center shade. That is different. I'm not quite sure if I like it from this angle, but here it does blend in. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Thumbs up because I tried it. Hashtag troll tried it. Yeah, no. So what we're going to do is take the other side of this brush and I'm going to go into this shade. We're just pressing twice, y'all. Oh, my word. And we're going to just press lightly. Well, not so lightly. And we're going to put this here. That looks better. That green is looking really murky and patchy because I'm not putting this on in a consistent swipe. This is a nice look right here. Now that I put this shade on top of it. This shade is this is the press pigment. I'm at the shit. I'm gonna have to wash this off right after this video, this live. Fuck. You know what? I am gonna take them out because I remember saying I wouldn't forget that fucking quick. Damn. I will scratch that. Fuck, man. Shit. Yeah, it did, but damn it. I'm gonna take them 3 shades out of there. Has anyone tried the new brush line for Morphe? Janessa, I have 0 for Morphe except an angled eyeshadow brush for like $2.99 at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. That's the only thing. Damn it, y'all. Fuck. I'm gonna have to wash this off like for real before the shit starts happening. Okay, what are we over here? We want to take Wicked Rose. Damn it, y'all. That freaking quick. Yeah, I'm going to have to take those out of there because I'll forget. I'll just look at the color and forget. And I really thought that I wouldn't. And I did. Oh, man. Fuck. And part of me is like, leave it there and see what happens. But I know me. No, hell no. Because sometimes I would do that. Oh, let's just see. Oh, shit. And then my eyeball swells up. And when my eyeball is swollen, it constantly tears. And then it'll tear upward. And that's what creates the flakiness, because then the tears dry up, the skin starts flaking, the skin is irritated, my eyeball is swollen. So I'm not even going to keep this on, like really right after this. And I'll probably take this off before I even wash my forehead. This is interesting. We're going to flip this over. Is that this shade? No. No, you know what? I don't think it is. I think that was this one. I really want to put this in between because Janessa says if you don't like how it looks, put some shimmer on it. And you know what? It friggin' worked. Ew, that was a bad Cardi B impersonation. Janessa's always right. That fixed that right up. Monochromatic, yeah, and y'all know, but okay. Y'all, I'm excited because I'm still like, what else can I do here? We're going to take this shade down here. Y'all, I got all these freaking brushes to wash. I am going to, after this, I'm going to fix my lunch, eat lunch, or actually, I'm baking a piece of salmon. I took out the freezer yesterday. I'm going to put that in the air fryer. That takes like 20 minutes. So while that is cooking, I'm getting fallout from this shade. While that is cooking, I'll start washing the brushes. And usually that's what I do anyway, but the last few days, I've just been so tired. This is reminding me why I like putting a gel pencil eyeliner down before I do colors under there, specifically shimmers. Me too. Ooh, and that's what I'm doing, Dawn. I have 1 salad left because BJ's had 3 for $10, and each one is normally only like $3.49 or something like that. So I only save like less than $1, but still. So last time I went, we're gonna take this one. This shade that we put under here is Beheaded. This one is Shadowland. And so last time I went, I bought 6, and it says it's 3 servings. Usually I just make up the salad and then I'll put half into another container and eat half. Or if I'm like starving, I'll just start eating the whole thing, and when I get full, put whatever's left in the refrigerator. Excuse me. This is looking patchy, but there's nothing under here to hold it. Yeah, this is looking messy. Yeah, that's looking messy. Look at a gap like right here. Ooh. It looks different here than it do over here. Like, what the hell, girl? Oh no. We can't leave it like that. We're gonna take this brush and we're gonna go into this shade, which I know I can use. Yeah, I'm gonna really have to take those out, but I'm gonna leave them somewhere. So like if I don't keep it, at least I can put it back in before I sell it. I like that better. Why am I really acting like I'm doing a look? That's a nice contrast. That red and the it is Grace. She gave me that yesterday, and I ate it yesterday. The last thing I ate was this morning at like 4 o'clock. The snapper. Yeah, you know, people bring me food, Tanya, I eat it. So I texted her. I said, "Thank you for lunch and dinner." So some I ate when I got up, and some I ate later. Yep, she did. Yeah, I don't just keep food. I eat it. So I do like that better. And what I would do up top is I would do like a blue eyeliner to tie it in. But I do like it that it looks different though. Do I dare take another brush? No, because I wanted to blend this out. I'm acting like I'm really doing a look, because this line up here is not looking. Y'all see how easy that blended out? Y'all know this because y'all got Ensley rain. I'm learning here. See, now I'm going to be looking. And actually, I'm not, because I did actually look. And the color story is lighter than I want. And if I want lighter, I'll stick with my Natasha ones, because at least I know that they work and that they're not pressed pigments. This blended out nice, y'all. What? For the event that's in May 3rd, somebody posted on the play thread, they wanted somebody to make their face up like a clown. Jasmine, I have videos going up almost every day. Like, I lie to you not, except Sunday. Sometimes Saturday, yes, sometimes no, and usually not on Sunday, but Monday through Friday, yeah, every day I have videos going up. So subscribe and click the notification bell, or not, because I should pop up in your feed when you go on YouTube. But yeah, every day. Even this morning I had one go up, and I used to not want to post a video, and I posted, I scheduled them for 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I used to say I don't want to post a video on the same day I do a live stream, but then I'm like, so yeah. And I do lives, and thank you for being here, Jasmine. I do lives Monday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I have a members only live that we do once, maybe twice a month on a Saturday at 2 p.m. So if you're interested in membership, that information is down below as well. This blended out nice. This is looking bare under here. Y'all know I'm liking this palette because I don't do this. I had the thought to take that one. I'm like, nope, that's one of the ones I can't use. So we're going to, that's one too. That's the one we used. So let's take that other small brush. I'm just adding more to the brushes I need to wash today. But you know what? I'm going to really need to, because I do have a lot of blending brushes left. But my shader brushes, not that one. Did I use this one? Out of all them brushes I have, I'm running out of shader brushes. And I remember saying before that I probably have like 5 days worth of brushes to use, because I use a fresh brush for every shade. And so yeah, I have, the only shader brushes, I do like this better like that. This is what I have left for shader brushes that's clean. Poor Scott. Because all of these are Scott Barnes and they're all the same. These are the only shader brushes I have left that's clean. These are the Scott Barnes number 63. The only ones left clean. But I do have quite a few blending brushes though. Still left. But this is, y'all, this is basic, monochromatic, pretty, just messing around. I do like the contrast. This one, I did like that mustard green, but I didn't like the combination with that and the purple, that center shade. I do like that I added the dark underneath on top of that shimmer. Yeah. So this is going to be it for the day, y'all. Thank you for being here. That had that green on it. That's not the right brush. This is the brush that had that blackish shade. And what I like about putting shimmer underneath is that you still see the shimmer, and because I put it first, it's down further, and then the darker shade like right up against my lower lash line. This would be a lot nicer with something on my inner rims, because I'm seeing the inner rim, like that tan line right there. And of course, my brows were done, all of that. Y'all, these are all the brushes we just used. What the hell? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I got 10 more brushes to add to it. I'm gonna post a picture after this on my community tab and let y'all see the 4 days worth of brushes and stuff. And now we got 10 more. But thank you, Janessa. She said, don't forget the thumbs up. So this is the color story, y'all. And when I saw it, I was like, oh. So we are going to be using this. I don't feel rushed to use it because I have it planned tomorrow. We'll do a little, one look each eye, and the next day one look each eye. But now that I played with some of them, I don't feel the rush to use it because I see how the formula works and I do like it, and the shades are really pretty. This I don't like. I'm gonna just say that because it's monochromatic. And I also, even though they blended together well, is this creasing? Is that creasing? You'll see that, or is it just the way it's shining? That is creasing. What the fuck? And that's over the Fenty primer. The hell? Thank you, lot. This is creasing. Y'all see that? Damn, I just put it the hell on. No, that's creasing, y'all, because that, because even doing this, I can still see a tan line, and that tan is my skin color. The hell? The Fenty primer. When something creases over this, it's something wrong. Because this to me is a tacky primer. And so when I put stuff on it, it stays. And lately I've been putting groundwork on top of, I always do this like y'all can see it. I've been putting groundwork on top of the Fenty. And that is fucking creasing. Oh shit. So I don't feel in a rush to do more looks right now with this because we have played with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shades already. 10 out of 12 I can use, and plus one that we won't count that I shouldn't have used. Yeah, so we used 10 of the 12 shades that I could use. But I am going to do more. I just don't feel in a rush. And I do need to take a break because I've been getting ocular auras the last couple of days. I've been getting migraines off and on the last couple of days. And it's because I've been filming so much. And y'all know my videos be long. So sitting here in front of these lights and then editing, which could be, you know, an hour or so for each video. And yeah, I've just been doing too much. And so I'm saying I'm going to take a day off, but y'all know I ain't. But so thank goodness for a live stream today. I am scheduled out for videos for the rest of this week. I did do a members only post to see if any of you had suggestions for our members only live stream that we're doing this coming Saturday. This is feeling funny over here. I'm gonna go wash this off before it gets worse. Thank y'all for being here, and thank you for sharing in my excitement. Why am I, oh gosh. I'm like so excited. I'm acting more weird than usual. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. And you too. Everybody, please take care of yourself. Engage in self-care. The political stuff that's going on, stuff is changing, and it ain't good. So just make sure you're taking care of yourself. And for me, I had to just consume less news to maintain my little bit of sanity and to be in one of my happy places, which is here. Hello, which is here playing in makeup. And that's another reason I've been doing so much lately too. And I've been doing like role play every day. Every day. Yeah, this eye, y'all, I gotta go. This eye it's not feeling good and it's getting glassy. Look at this eye compared to this eye. All right, thank y'all for being here. Excuse me. We'll be back here Thursday night. We are putting Pat McGrath Pedomorphosis against Lethal Cosmetics. So one is going to be one eye and one is going to be the other eye. So we're going to do a battle of the brands. And we're going to do that live. And I am excited about that. Can I say it? I could. But we're going to go. Thank everybody for being here. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for the interaction, which to me is always the best part of doing live streams. And we will be back here Thursday night. Videos up during the week as usual. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon. And thank you to Janessa for all of your hard work, because I know they be working you. So you'll see me soon. Good night, everybody. Bye.